Good morning, boys and girls and in-betweenies. Back down on the allotment. Come to do a few things on the allotment. I've got a project that I'm actually in the process of doing at the moment, which I'm putting a little video together of. Once that's all done, I'll get that video up. I'll give you a little bit of a sneak preview of what that is in a moment. As I say, down on the allotment, I'm just coming to water some of the stuff in the greenhouse and see if I can get some of the beds ready for some potatoes to go into. So yeah, without further ado, I'll spin you round. Right, so just the odd tripping over here. Yeah, so currently I'm in the process of dismantling this. Reason being is I've been bought a new polytunnel by my wife. She's got me for me 59th birthday, sorry, adding years onto myself, which is today, the 11th of March. So as I said, just down here while she's at work, just doing a few jobs. So what I need to do is just tidy up this bit of a mess. I've also noticed that what was stood there has fell down and broken the bottom of this. I'm going to have to purchase a new one of them, but hey ho, these things are sent to trials. So yeah, so I'm going to be taking this down, take this down as well. Basically I'm going to be trying to use these hoops on other beds as well, just to keep some of the bugs off. So that's what I'm going to do here. So what we'll do, I'm just going to get this all tidied up as quickly as possible and I'll get back to you. Yeah, the only problem now is it's getting warmer. fill this up with a bit of water. Hopefully that'll be all okay. Me leeks are coming up well. I'll show you them in a minute. These are the cabbage, which obviously got a little bit dry, but I've got a couple coming up anyway. But let's just water the leeks. Right, we'll water. Let me take the pressure off there. Stick these over there. Right. Drip, 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 drip. Right. Let's move these over here so that they're out of the sun. Okay. Let's pull these up here. So, there's the leeks. It seems to be doing really well, quite happy. This polystyrene, I got something delivered and it was packaged in this polystyrene. Got a bit of a shape to it, but it was just enough depth to do what I needed. So I've used it here, obviously to insulate. Well impressed. I'm quite happy. I mean, leeks are coming up earlier than what I normally get them up. I normally struggle with my leeks because I can never get the time to get down here to do them here, so I tend to do it at home in my shed, but there's not a lot of light in the shed, so catch-22 situation. Let's release the pressure on that. But yeah, so they're going back down there. They seem happy enough in that spot there. I've also got the broad beans. It's a lock in them. These are soil still damp in these, which is good. Yeah, so I've got some stuff in the box. So quick question, has anybody been following the protests with the farmers all across the EU? And we've also got the same protests starting up in the UK and Scotland and Wales, with regards to basically the government's trying to stop farmers from farming. It's as simple as that. If we don't have any farmers, we don't have any food, and people don't seem to realise this, I don't think. They see stuff in the supermarkets and there's a disconnect from where people are actually getting the food from. And what people need to remember is, without these farmers, we don't have our dairy, we don't have our meats. Now that people who are vegetarians or vegans may say, yeah, that's great. However, you know, I've never seen a meat eater who's actually said, oh yeah, everything's all meat, yeah, hey, you know what I mean? We accept people's choices to eat what they want to eat. So anybody who wants to put comments down below saying, yeah, well, we don't like meat eating and stuff like that, suck it up, because that's the way our life. We've ate meat for thousands of years, and hopefully we're going to still be eating meat if these governments and the people who are controlling the government don't get their own way. And this is what these protests are about, because governments are putting so many restrictions on farmers. They're saying that farmers have got to, especially in Wales, have got to hand over at least 20% of their farming land for rewilding areas. Now I know there was a thing a while ago where they were talking about having a massive forest right the way through the country, from north from Liverpool side all the way over to the side, you know what I mean. I don't think they would have got away with that. So what they're doing now is they're actually trying to force farmers into handing over good farming land to planting trees and stuff like that. And if they don't do that, then they're not going to be given the subsidies, which is absolutely disgusting. Especially when you think that one of the plans that they have is to create massive bug farms, so that your protein and stuff like that is derived from bugs. So your meat won't be meat, it will be derived from bugs, which the human body in many forms cannot break down, it cannot work with. So there's going to be a lot more people who are going to become ill because of that. I'm not a scientist, but I have the basic understanding of what we can eat and what we can't eat. So that's one thing. But also for people who are doing allotments or small back garden growing spaces and what have you, are you aware that the EU are now stating that allotment growing and small garden growing or small farming is more detrimental to the planet in terms of CO2, etc, etc, and that's the best way to go is mass industrial farming, which will all be inside. So basically they're saying that we are now killing the planet, we are doing this, we are doing that. If you don't believe me, you need to actually look at Agenda 2030 and Agenda 2050 and look at the WEF and what their plans are. These are unelected people, I'd call them psychopaths, who are eugenists. They're quite happy to see a vast majority of the planet killed off. But the less of us there are, the easier we are to control. And that is where the push for digital identity, digital currencies is all coming into play. Because if you don't agree to certain mandates from the government, or if you say things like on YouTube that they don't want you to be saying, they can restrict your ability to work, buy foods, etc, etc, or even buy what food you want, and it will be used to tax you for the fact that you're breathing. As I say, it might sound absolutely ridiculous, but I've been researching this stuff for many years, and people who thought I was crazy then, some still think I'm crazy now, even though it's smacking them in the face, even though I'm showing them the evidence now, because the evidence wasn't available then apart from hearsay and what was supposed to be written down. What was written down then is now starting to come into practice now. But people want to stick their heads in the sand. People want the government to look after them, and the governments aren't there to look after you. We are the people. We are the ones who have to look after ourselves. We have to look after our communities, and they're destroying our communities on a daily basis. They're separating people, they're segregating people. You've got all these different things that are going on, which is designed to cause maximum distress and anxiety to people. What they're doing at the moment is they're using a Marxist approach to change our societies. They're using the schools to indoctrinate our children using Maoist ideologies. And if you don't believe me, all you need to do is sit down for a second and just read stuff. Just look, find out the information. I can give you the information, other people can give you information, but as long as you want to bury your head in the sand, then we're not going to get we've got no chance, you know what I mean. We need to start joining and seeing what's going on as an attack on human beings and on us as a human species, you know. But anyway, I'm going to leave that little bit of a rant there, and I'm going to get back to doing what I can do now while it's still safe. Okay, so sorry about that. Bit of liming. Well, anyway, I've done what I want to do for the day. I'm just going to give you a quick run round. You'll have seen on the time lapse bits and pieces that I've been doing. So yeah, I'll just turn you around, let you have a look. Right, I'll put this next to the shed. I'll be able to put some plants on there and get them ready for going into the soil. I've done the stuff in the greenhouse. I won't go open that back up again. I've stuck some lime in these two beds here and in the big bed there. A plan's starting to formulate. I'm going to start working that bed next time I get a chance. As you'll have seen, that's now down. Got to sort these sides out and everything. Got to get more of the soil out of there, which will give me those sheets that can be used elsewhere. All of those are the shallot ones. That's shallot. So they're all in there already. Obviously the sides. And that's what are they called? What are they called? There's the part that's snapped off. What are they called? Can't remember. So, and obviously not done anything with these beds yet. So got all these ones moved over to the side here. I might as well make use of the whole allotment. Train going past. Yeah, so anyway, so that's where we're up to on the allotment. I say once I've got the video of the polytunnel done, I'll get that all put together and I'll get it stuck up on the channel. So thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and come on, give us a few more comments. It's nice to have that bit of interaction with people who are watching the videos. And by the way, on that note, welcome to all the new subscribers, even if I've not been able to respond to you because I've not seen half of the messages. but as I say, welcome one and all, and let's see what you've been doing and give us a shout. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye for now.